Hello, chat. I've returned. I hope you do. Wait a minute. What? Th- This isn't Twitch. Wait, what am I doing? Where am I? Where am I? Where am? Hi, YouTube. So what you doing here exactly? I I can help but realize there's actually an audience on here, so I figured I'd make a little video here. Today we will be doing a model as per usual. I'm doing a bit more of a tutorial type video here on how to get started in your VTubing journey. So first, let's start with getting familiar with the program we'll be working in. Um, this is vroid Studio, and it is what I use to create every model I've made so far. Um, you might recognize it from the VODs if you've watched the VODs, but it all starts here. You will want to create. So the first thing you should do when you're at this stage is you'll notice a weird light, or a weird shading going on top of the head, and there's also kind of weird going on down here, and you just want to turn that off. So go into your look. Here's your outline. Don't touch that for now, or you can turn that off. But personally, I keep it on uh, until later parts of creation. Uh, it's just so it's easier to distinguish the bottom of the head to the neck, all of that fun jazz. But you're gonna want to go into here, turn rim light off, go into shading, and you want to turn shading area all the way down, and shading hardness all the way up. You don't need to worry about eye alignment or bones yet, so we will talk about that later. So now we're back here. We have taken off the weird lighting and rim lights that are on the model. And now she's looking nice and clean, and it's a fresh canvas to work off of. So we are going to with the body today. In a future video, we'll go more into texturing clothing and making your own, and yeah, doing all that fun stuff. So first things first, the eyes. The eyes are probably the most important part of creating or of a model. It's the first thing you see, it's the thing you look at the most. So it's very important that you get the shape of the eyes correct and how you like it and just make it really sparkle. Um, for the video here, we're going to make a very simple eye. And to make a custom one, we are going to go into iris because we do, instead of using an eye set, we will go into iris, and we are going to be making the highlights, the sclera and the iris separate entities so you can customize them later. Okay, so we're on the screen. Let me move over to the other side. Okay, so here we have our texture. You'll be hopefully very familiar with texturing as you go, but hold on. If you look behind me, oh, my ears are too big. Hold on, let me move a little bit over. If you look behind me, you will see up here. This is your texture for what you're working on. And for purposes of simplicity and making it easier to stay within the lines, you're gonna want to press this little lock here. From there, After pressing the lock button on the texture, you will it'll make it so you can't go out of the lines. You can only draw it inside, which is super helpful for getting your shapes right and just making things look cleaner. Uh, Next, you're going to want to click this little button, basically making it copy to both sides, and we're going to go with a dark blue for me at least. Make the width and just color that in. After that, you are going to get a slightly darker color, like so, and we're just gonna make a bit of contrast in shading. So we'll just do that, then a little darker, and then with this one, we're gonna do something like that. It may take a couple tries, but don't feel scared to utilize the reverse button. Okay, there we go. From here, we're going to want to start a new layer by pressing the plus button right above my head here. And this is where we're going to do um the pupil later. But continuing with this, we are going to get a lighter color and make a little heart right here. Kind of like kind of like that. Maybe a little bit more centered. Kind of like that. And then this is something I personally like to do because for me it's more visually pleasing. But if you see this little tray up here above my head, you'll see a selection, brush, eraser, and blur. I like to blur my texture together to make it look a bit more seamless and make the shading look nice and gradient. A little thing about VTube or vroid Studio is it doesn't really like blending above 70% of the largeness for some reason. I wish I knew how to fix it, but it's it's a little bit of a hassle. But you know, it is what it is. So once that's all shaded in, it's all pretty and gradient and delightful, I am going to start with the irises, which we are going to make sure you select brush again. Do something like this. Or make a U. If I can make a U. Make a sorry, hold on. Like something like that. And then kind of want to make that a little bit darker. Like the very, very top, almost black. Oh wait, make sure you do the correct layer. Something like that. And you can even go all the way around the eye if you'd like. I recommend using the soft brush here. So you can kind of go along the edge without interfering with the texture it's in the middle too much. You can kind of do something like this. Just so that the edge of the brush is making an outline of sorts. Like that. Okay, once that's done, you are almost done with the eyes. I should have done this earlier. You're generally going to want to do this before you start on the eyes, but I forgot to because I'm not the smartest cookie. You want to go into outlines and just turn that off, so you can see your base uh, eye texture or your iris. Personally, I also like to blend the iris in a little bit. Just to make the hard edges go away a bit. And then we're going to grab the color of this with our color picker here. Make it a little darker. And we're going to go back to the base layer and fill this in like so. Make it a little darker even. Okay. And then we're going to have something that looks kind of like this. We're going to start another layer. And we are going to make a white little nope. Or a little more like a oh oops. Got rid of my layer. Make a little blip. Not so much like that. Maybe a little like that. And then this is a little personal thing I like to do. Make sure this is locked, and then get your soft brush again and just make an outline around that. Just so you can distinguish it from the rest of the eye. Maybe even make a couple more. Okay. There we go. That's all we're going to do with the iris layer. Then you want to go into highlights, and you can either choose something you like, you can take a look around, or you can make your own. But for now, we're just going to choose one. This one looks okay. Maybe something else though. Maybe something like this. Um, and then I like to try to get the color of this to kind of match the rest of the eye. Just make it a little darker. Maybe even black sometimes, but just to get that little extra color in there. And then from here, we're going to go down to the sclerobarsh, which you can choose one of these, or you can make your own. We're just going to choose that one for now. And then, once you're done with that, you're going to kind of do something like this. Oh wait. So you can come in here and choose your own, or choose one of the selected ones here, or we can make our own. For today's video, we're going to make our own. Just so I can show you, oops, I can show you what that process would look like working with the texture. So we're going to get rid of all of this. We're going to make a new one. And we're going to do it in black. And we're going to start right around here. And just very slowly outline. Oh wait, no, my bad. Very slowly outline what you want your eyelashes to look like. We're gonna do that. And then very carefully color that in. Okay, and we have our eyelashes. You'll notice that they're a bit opaque, which is fine because next is we're going to do the eyeliner. Oh, which you'll find right here, a little brush. And we can either choose one from in here, or we can make our own. We are going to make our own for today's tutorial. So we're going to click that one, edit texture. And this is going to be your bottom lid, and this is going to be your upper lid. So we're just going to make a thin little outline of here. And we're going to do it down here as well. Oh, my bad. Make sure you have your tool for copying, or copying to the other side. We're just going to very carefully try to make as straight as lines as possible. Kind of in that kind of shape. To give you some nice eyeliner. We're also going to try to roughly imitate the shape of the eyelashes. Oh. But just smaller. This way when you close your eyes, it doesn't look too scuffed. And you can take a look, you can go into your expressions to make sure it's not scuffed. You can go in here, go into eyes, and you can close them. And open them, close them, open them, close them, open, close, open, close, and 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 open. That looks fine, so we will continue. And that's how you do it, folks. We have beautiful eyes, fully customly made in vroid Studio. Thank you so much for watching, and like I said, let me know what you want to see next. Make sure you subscribe, that would be pretty cool. Press the little bell icon as well. And thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.